Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let us give praise and gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given blessings to all of us so that we can carry out this presentation. Then I would like to say thank you to Mr. Dr. Muhammad Adriana Gafar, MMPD, who has given us guidance. Before going into the material, I would like to introduce our group members. First of all, I'm Shakira Nurul Khadijah, and I will be the moderator for this presentation. And then there is Raga. Hi, Raga.
Halo.
And then Rafael. Hello,
Halo.
Rafael. And there is also Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. We are from Group 5, will present material about language and culture, including context of situation and culture, the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, language system, and lexis. Without any further ado, let's get into the material. The first material is context of situation and culture. The things that covered in the context of situation and culture, there are the relationship between language, thought, and primitive culture, language in primitive societies, defining context as implicit or explicit. The context play a crucial role in understanding communication meaning, and concepts of situational and cultural context. That situational context is more crucial than cultural context. These concepts are crucial in understanding how language is used and how meaning is created within a specific cultural and situational context. Understanding the context and culture of the target language is essential for meaningful communication and deeper engagement with the language. So the context of situation and context of culture play a significant role in language and culture, influencing the way language is used, how meaning is created, and how effective communication is achieved within specific cultural and situational context. Next, material is the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Wittgenstein's concept of language limit align with the Sapir and Whorf hypothesis, suggesting language interpretation is culturally specific and cannot represent the same thing, with strong aspects suggesting language affect user perception. Halliday, 1992, advocates for a weaker version of the logical level models, arguing that grammar influences cultural behavior and our understanding of reality influenced by fundamental beliefs and values. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, also known as linguistic relativity, suggests that the structure of a language influences its speaker's world view or cognition. There are disagreement about the true theories of Edward Sapir and Benjamin Lee Whorf, the proponent of this idea. The hypothesis comes in both strong and weak form. The strong form claims that people from different cultures think differently because of differences in their language, while the weak form suggests that a language influences but does not determine though. That's all the material from me. Next material will be explained by Rafael about Lexis. Rafael, time is yours.
Thank you to the moderator. I am here to explain the next material, which are lexis. First things first, I will explain briefly about the following topics. Sapir and Worf had different views on language, particularly regarding its significance. Sapir, in his early years, emphasized the importance of vocabulary in shaping cultural reality. He he believed that language was more than just labels, and it revealed a distinct reality. An early study by Diaz Guerrero and Cesale, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, explored how Mexican and North American students associated words like equality and the United States. Their findings suggested that these lexical labels represented different realities for each group. And please go to the next slide. And this thus influencing perceptions of concepts like United States and Estados Unidos. Recognizing these lexical differences is crucial for translators, interpreters, and cultural mediators. A recent work done by Lomas in 2018 highlights how lexical variations between languages reveal diverse cultural mappings of the experiential world. These terms enrich cultural understanding and emphasize the valuable of untranslatable words. Next slide, please. Then the next topic I'll be talking about is lexical political correctness. In recent times, there has been a notable shift in lexical terms driven by a growing emphasis on political correctness. This involves choosing languages that avoids marginalizing or offending certain groups based on characteristics like race, gender, or ability. The evolution of lexical term reflects society's awareness of inclusivity and sensitivity. The term politically correct, or PC for short, was coined in during the 90s, during the start of the internet and the digital age itself. And it mainly started as a relatively simple rule of thumb of on what you can say and have opinions about without offending other people. And for example, the terms that were once considered acceptable may now be viewed as offensive, prompting the adoption of more inclusive alternatives. This linguistic shift aims to create a more respectful and inclusive discourse, acknowledging the impact of language on perception and attitudes. The ongoing process of re-evaluating and updating lexical terms reflects societal values and the commitment to fostering a language environment that respects diverse perspectives. That's it from me. Back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, language nuances shape cultural perception and understanding lexical variation is essential for effective cross-cultural communication. Yeah, thank you, Rafael, for the explanation. Next material is lexic categorization will be explained by Raga. For Raga, time is yours.
Thank you for moderator. Now I will explain about lexic categorization. Generally accepted that we do organize our perception so that we put what we see into a predefined category. For example, when looking at something for the first time in a shop window, we're able to say, look at the chair, isn't unusual. Thus, it possible to talk about the unusualness of something never seen before. What is more important is that categorization at this level is technical. Snow is a categorization of the environment. This entails hierarchy is the lowest level and as such has little influence on higher level of values and belief. According to psychology professor Edward Smith, categorization is paramount. We are forever carving nature at these joints, dividing it into categories so that we can make sense of the words. Coding by categories is fundamental to human life because it greatly reduces the demands of perceptual process. For the next is lexical and conceptual gaps. Lexical gaps mean the absence of lexicalization of a certain concept. A concept is lexicalized when a language has a lexical item to express the concept. The lexical item could be a single word, a complex word, an idiom, or a collocation. Apart from different ways of categorizing what is seen, such as snow, spaghetti, and the United States, languages can actually lack the concept itself. I think that's enough from me. I return to moderator.
Okay. Okay, a lexical gaps means the absence of lexicalization of certain concept. Thank you, Raga, for the explanation. Next material is language system. Will be explained by Vanesha. Vanesha, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Next slide, please. Okay, now I will explain about the language system. Worth emphasize language culture interaction through grammar, not just word labeling. And system, like in Hopi and Indo-European, it is reflect diverse time perceptions. Worth classified language as a timeless or temporal, but Pinker analytic capacity they stating Hopi structure didn't align. Nonetheless, language structure not apply in Indo-European. It mirrors cultural preference including time. Jadi the point is bahasa itu bersifat abadi dan bahasa itu menggambarkan atau mencerminkan preferensi budaya terutama waktu. Next slide please. Now I will talk about advertising. Advertising is the part of the language system. In advertising, slogans are tricky to translate directly and it making communication difficult. For example, Nike has a slogan, it's known as just do it. And when they wanted to expand their business to Japan, they decided to change it into the Japanese, but the meaning of the real word were not interested at all. So they changed it to Minohodo Shirazu. Minohodo Shirazu means now your place, and it's totally different with the real slogans, right? So, see from traditional translator to specialists like copywriters, transcribers, and localizers, addressing the unique difficulties in adapting advertising content across linguistic and cultural contexts. Okay, next please. Last but not least, what is interplay between language and culture? It's referred to the dynamic relationship and influence that language has on shaping and reflecting culture norms, beliefs, and behaviors. Okay, that's all from me. I defer to the moderator. Thank you.
So language system is language structure, mirrors cultural preferences, including time. Thank you, Vanesha, for the explanation. Well, that's all about the materials, and the conclusion is language, thought, and culture are intrinsically connected. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis underscores how language shape perception, while lexical nuances and categorization emphasize cultural differences. Political correctness reflect evolving societal values, and absence of lexicalization highlight the nuanced interplay. Translating advertising content requires specialists attuned to linguistic and cultural context. This increased the relationship emphasizes the richness and complexity of human communication, where language reflects and shape cultural norms and beliefs. So that's all from our presentation. Hopefully can provide benefits for all of us. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone.